Nashville Unsigned. We are hanging out with Mr. Jack Berry. So, Jack, tell us, where are you from and how long have you been in Nashville? What brought you to Nashville? Surely it wasn't music.
No, it wasn't. So I moved out to Los Angeles after college. I was writing screenplays. I went to college for English and literature and all that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big fiction person.
We need some additional writers for Nashville Unsigned. No.
Yeah, I'll give you my card.
We'll send you over the application.
Call my agent. No, Shit. No, honestly, the decision was between Austin or Nashville, just because I hated Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And so I got really, really drunk one night and was like, screw this place, I'm leaving. And then told a bunch of friends that I was leaving, and then the next day I was like, oh shit.
You had to follow through.
I gotta follow through with it. And so I actually went through with the idea, and I found out I had a second cousin that was living in Nashville, and I didn't know anybody in Austin. And so 2 months later I was sleeping on her couch.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So you made the trek. So you've been here and you've got out your album. What's the title of that album?
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine.
Yeah, that
and
came out
I
last
can
May.
tell you, I'm a fan. I am hooked on some blues rock right now. So when I came across your album, I'm like, shut up. This is coming out of Nashville. This is independent. It's, he was out before Kaleo was out, and so he's killing this scene that way. But yeah, the blues rock thing, man. Rolling Stone just was talking about Nashville's
The
rock scene
underground
coming up.
rock scene.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's not what I pictured when I was getting ready to come here, or even when I showed up. And honestly, most of the music I make isn't. I don't even know that it's blues rock. I know it's rock and roll, but I mean that's kind of what I stick to. So when people ask what kind of music do you play, I just say rock and roll.
Yeah, man.
But
So
it
rock
comes
and roll.
out a certain way.
Well, tell us, because we were kind of chatting before the cameras came on. Tell us some of the genres you're obsessing about right now.
So growing up in church, gospel's always been the root, which leads me to the other thing was Elvis. So Elvis and church music were my two main things growing up. And then after that, just being in love with music. My dad's in a funk band, so I know a lot of funk music. And when he was, my parents are very young, but when he was, I don't know, I was maybe 8 or 9. He was really into the grunge, he had dreadlocks all tied up in the shaved side, and was going to, Pearl Jam concerts a lot and stuff like that. And then I was kind of dabbling in and out of whatever he was into, and then I found rap, and then so a lot of the genres that I've always been into have been across the board. And right now I'm really into disco. Disco's been back, but it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Wherever the groove comes from, and then I put my own flavor on it.
Nice. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and we're just curious. Give us something random about yourself that not a lot of people know that you may want to unleash out of the vault for Nashville Unsigned, and then we won't tell anybody. We promise.
We won't tell anybody. Honestly, okay, so a lot of when people talk about the music or kind of inspirations, like you said, people would assume blues rock or Zeppelin or some Rage Against the Machine or tinges of
maybe some Van Halen.
Maybe some Van Halen, Chris Cornell. I get a lot of reference to that, and I think everybody's cool, but I'm honestly more into female singers have been the most inspirational over the years. So yeah, some jazz, some Bessie Smith, Billie Holiday.
Nice.
And then my first concert ever was Alanis Morissette. She's smoking cigarettes in one hand.
Right? Nice. A great bit of inspiration. That makes sense.
And so I've always kind of stuck to that. And so a lot of my inspiration for vocals or from vocalists is females. And a lot of my inspiration for guitar licks are from horns.
Really?
Yeah.
Which are coming back hardcore,
They
very
are
much in the
coming
pop
back,
game
yeah.
right now. We have caught a glimpse of that left and right.
That's cool.
So our last little segment is called Wild, WHYLD. So what have you? It's like Wheatthins.
Wait, what?
Wheatthins.
Wheatthins. Wheat.
Wild.
Like the White
Wild
Walkers.
segment. But so it's what have you learned, dude? So you've been in the game, you grew up around music, you've practically dabbled in all genres. So what is your most valuable learning lesson that you can give to some up and comers, some peers in the independent game that maybe can help them prevent some holes in the
A lot of what I've learned, especially being in Nashville, you're so close to what's happening on levels that you didn't think you'd be this close to. It's kind of mind blowing at times, and the way you get there is by just being a fucking cool person. Like, be nice to people.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, there's so many people that I've hung out at bars and got drunk with, and the next day I find out that they're in this band that I like, and then I'll meet this person, and then all of a sudden you're in this little network of musicians just because someone thinks, oh, that guy bought me a beer.
Yeah.
And then in the back of my head before it happens, I'm thinking, like, I got to send out 100 emails, and I got to wear a tie and show up and be like, listen to my record. No, that's not how it works at all.
It's
like,
a city of relationships.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like a humble, cool person, and go to a lot of bars.
Yeah. yeah. And just order a water and tell them to put a lime in it where you're like, hey, I kicked the...
Do the Coke in the bottom of the cup so it looks like you've been drinking whiskey all
So,
night.
So you're drinking back and everybody's like, whoa, this should be sloshed by now.
It took me my first 2 years to learn that trick, though. So,
but you ended up sloshed every night, right?
Hey, I thought we were friends. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Where's my card?
Jack Daniels.
Go to a lot of bars and just be nice to people.
Yeah, man. That is like you as quickly as you build a reputation. It's as quickly as it could go away if you if you're a douchecapade.
Yeah.
Really.
You get blacklisted quick if you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Words of wisdom: just don't be a dickhead, douchecapade, douche lord. What else?
Douche.
Ass clown.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
That's a good one. That one's free. You can take that one. Registered trademark on the side.
Patent pending.
Jack Barry, everybody. Thank you very much, man, for being a part of this. We're going to sync him up on everything, socials, everything. Stalk him. We're allowing it. We're out, everybody.